So, as far as technical business analysis flow itself is concerned, especially, uh, we must be knowing about what are the different key components we are using. At the same time, what are the typical flow steps that are involved, all that stuff. In that regard, when we try to understand about the technical business flow from the understanding level, where majorly outlines us about how the business data moves from one system to another system, right? Either from the origin sources to the final destination. For that, what are the different multiple integrations that are required for us to integrate, either using RESTful API or something, followed by what kind of transformation of data that we are doing from one system to another system. Next, we must be knowing about the validation layers. What are the requirement validations layers that are needed to perform at the same time? So these are the major areas when we work on technical business flow, one should understand. The major advantage behind this is to ensure the visibility of the data that we are working on. At the same time, whatever the data consistency, automation across whatever the enterprise ecosystems that we are using. So in this, there are different key components we have. So these are the key components we have. One is about the source system. Source system, nothing but the existing system of the origin of data that we are using. That is one. Second, data extraction layer. So where if you want to structurize any kind of data, that whatever the unstructured semi-standard we have, right? So this is all about the data extraction layers are. Next, about the integration and middleware layer, where whatever the enterprise transformation that we do, right? So enterprise connect using EAs like enterprise application integrations, right? So this is all about the integration middleware layers. Next, about the business rule engine, right? So wherein in this business rule engine, we have to value whatever the rules and processes that are to be performed at the same time. Transformation layer is also one of the key component which converts the data into formats. Either it can be in XML or JSON formats or something, including the routing delivery. Whatever the routing delivery of data that we are transforming from one system to another system. Next, acknowledgement handling is also one of the component where we do the enterprise transformation of tags, including the exception management about currency management, audit reporting. Right? So these are all the different components that we use it. Now, when we try to understand about the technical business flow, these are the different typical flow steps we have. The first one about the data initiation, whatever the data target data that are to be initiated, so that will be taken into consideration. Next, data extraction and packaging has to be done, followed by data validation, and if there is any duplications were there, that has to be removed. This is all about the cleansing part, all that. Next, data transformation to the staging database, where we have to perform the routing delivery over here, which includes this acknowledgement handling or any exception management, auditing, reporting. So everything will be part of the typical flow steps that are needed for us to follow in this regard. So further, there are different layers we have. That's where generally technical architecture layers are being used here. So in this technical architecture layers, the first one about the presentation layer, as I mentioned you, because presentation layer majorly details you, majorly details you, and majorly defines us about what are the different portals are we using, what are the user interfaces or web apps we are using. Everything will be part of presentation layer. Next, about the application layer, which whatever the web services or API gateway we are using, everything will be part of application layer. Next one about the integration layer, whatever the protocols like OAuth 2.0 protocols or any JWT or SSLs, right? So this is all part of integration. Next one about the data, right? So whatever the different data tools that we use and all, including security, all these. So these are the different layers that we have. So the major advantage behind this technical business end-to-end flow is to have some different business benefits, as I mentioned it. So one is about we can streamline the workflows, we can improve the accuracy as well. At the same time, scalability across multiple systems is possible, including whatever the traceability we want to perform, right? So either from the use case to test cases, requirements traceability, right? So performing some RTM requirement traceability matrix, all that. including whatever the faster time to market. So these are the benefits behind understanding or the technical business analyst and analysis from the this thing. So as an example, as I told you, right? So member enrollment initiating in CRM is one of the example. Whatever the payload generations and validations that we do for XML, so that is one more. Or any middleware that we are applying for business rules. These are the examples behind this technical technical business end-to-end flow is concerned.